So let's begin with an overview of Avvoka. We are a legal tech firm who focuses on contract automation, negotiation, and analytics. We were founded in 2016 by two ex-Magic Circle lawyers and are based out of Allen & Overy's Fuse Legal Tech Incubator in London. We opened our office in Singapore in July 2019 to support our APAC clients, and we've just been trying to get a good foothold of the industry right now. These are some of the clients that we work with, from law firms such as A&O and Baker McKenzie to in-house teams from companies such as Sony, Warner Media, and Carlsberg. The Avvoka Academy is one of our initiatives to spread knowledge of contract automation throughout the industry and to prepare future generations of lawyers for the inevitable uptake of legal tech throughout practices. What we've found is that there are many lawyers who are interested in legal tech but don't have the chance to get any hands-on experience with it. So the Avvoka Academy aims to give these lawyers a chance to learn these skills in a practical way. And by spreading awareness of the benefits and shortfalls of automation, we hope to better enable law firms and in-house counsels to easily assess how they can bring on automation into their own practice. So let's begin by talking about the life cycle of a typical automated document. A document's life cycle starts in automation and moves on to generation of the document, followed by the negotiation and e-signing of that document. Automation also allows you to extract a degree of analytics from your documents so that you're able to allocate resources more efficiently and understand what kind of documents you're running. Today, we'll be focusing on the automation portion of this life cycle, specifically the process of turning a precedent document that you currently have into an automated one. So what is document automation? Well, the basic principle behind document automation is turning your current precedent into a questionnaire. And this questionnaire will then structure how the document is drafted. For example, selecting the governing law of a document in the questionnaire will decide which clauses are dropped into that document to cater for that jurisdiction. What are the benefits of document automation, you might ask? Well, you have access to quicker, more accurate drafting from precedents. You can prevent users from adding in contentious clauses without your approval, and you have the ability to maintain your templates quickly and push these updates to all users instantly. It also allows you to maintain a clean and structured precedent bank. So now that you've got a good grasp of basic principle behind document automation and the benefits of why you should automate your document, let's go into the nitty-gritty of how a automated document functions. And that begins with the questionnaire. So the questionnaire is the cornerstone of any automated document. How a user answers the questionnaire dictates how the document is drafted. The questionnaire also allows users to quickly cater their document to the requirements of the transaction and input the necessary data throughout the document. In-house teams could even get business users to generate documents from the questionnaire without worrying that the document contains contentious wording. So in this example here, we have a loan agreement. And at the top, you see a few questions that ask for the date of signing of the loan agreement, the name of the borrower, the name of the lender, as well as their various company numbers and addresses. By filling in all these details, you're actually populating your document automatically. And you have questions later on that ask us about whether or not the loan is secured, whether or not there's a guarantor. And these optionalities will cater how your document is drafted by adding in specific clauses and removing specific wording. So that's the questionnaire. What happens after you've generated your document? Well, some tools have users download the generated document and continue your negotiation offline in Microsoft Word, while other users offer some added functionalities such as cloud collaboration, negotiation, and even e-signing. So now that you understand the overview of how a front-end user interacts with your automated document, let's delve into the details of how you actually create your questionnaire from your precedent document. There are two main types of automation: placeholders and conditions. So what is a placeholder? Well, a placeholder essentially replaces the square brackets that you would currently use in your precedent documents. The way they work is that whatever is answered in the questionnaire will populate into the placeholder. And these placeholders will ensure that generating the document will answer all the required information and that information is put in the correct place. So in this example here, you can see that I have a question that asks for the borrower's registered company name. And then I can see that it's populated not only at the top of the document, but as well as in the party details page. So this ensures that, the name and the party details will always be where they need to be throughout the entire document. Next, let's talk about conditionality. Conditions dictate what clauses or sentences drop into your generated document, depending on how the questionnaire is answered. For example, choosing the appropriate repayment plan will drop in the relevant clauses. So you see here, I've got scenario A, where the loan repayment method is by bullet. Then the bullet repayment clause drops in under clause 6.1. But if I instead choose to have an amortizing repayment, then the amortizing repayment clause drops in at 6.1 and the bullet repayment clause is removed. In that manner, you're able to very, very quickly cater this document to the specific scenario of your transaction. Another good example would be that a Singaporean employment agreement includes a PDPA clause, while a European employment agreement will replace that PDPA clause with a GDPR one. In this manner, you're able to very, very quickly switch between many jurisdictions, as well as cater your employment agreement for that specific employee. Conditions are generally where users see the biggest time saving, somewhere between 80 and 90%, compared to conventional contract drafting, as you're able to almost completely change the structure of the document based on the input of one or two questions. So to round up, let's think of some of the questions that we've been able to answer. First of all, what is document automation? Well, it's the process of turning your precedent documents into a questionnaire that then drafts the appropriate document. Why should you automate your document? Well, automated documents reap benefits such as quick and accurate drafting, instantaneous updates to the precedents, and a clear and structured precedent bank. How does the questionnaire draft the document? Well, how the questionnaire is answered would change what kind of document is generated, and it's specific to the transaction. What is a placeholder? Well, a placeholder replaces the square brackets and ensures that information is where it needs to be. What is conditionality? Well, conditions dictate whether clauses drop in or out of the document based on how the questionnaire is answered. So, that basically concludes the theoretical portion of this seminar. If you have any questions at all, now would be a great time to clarify any questions. You can send a message to myself or any of the Avvoka facilitators, or you can even unmute yourself and ask the question directly. Why don't I give everybody about 1 or 2 minutes to see whether or not you have any questions.